Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I pay homage to the enlightened one, the Buddha. Dear friends in the Dhamma, I am Bhante Ginnaliye Dhammaloka, and I am doing this video as the first video of a series of videos that we intend to make to teach Buddhism to the children who live in the western part of the world especially, and also for the beginners who's willing to study Buddhism and start with the very basic things that anyone interested to learn Buddhism. And I'm doing this on behalf of Venerable Dhammasiri. He and his group, that Heladeepa Tv YouTube channel, invited me to do this video series with this good intention. And in fact, he said he was asked by some of his friends who live in America, and they said they don't have the access. Their children don't have the access to learn Buddhism, and they don't get much opportunities, And I also know that personally that this is a very difficult thing, that when they try to teach Buddhism to children who grow up in those kind of places where you don't have the followers, the Buddhist followers, and also like Sunday school and these kind of things, it's a very rare thing for them to have, and also they have to travel a greater distance to get to a place, to a temple, and and also with the influence they have from the bigger society they live in, they grow up. It's very hard to teach them. Even to teach Sinhala is not easy in these countries, I know. And with that good intention, we are doing this video series, and this is the first video that we make. And with that introduction, let us begin our discussion, teaching Buddhism for the beginners. So when it comes to studying Buddhism or any religion in that manner, we have to learn about the teacher, or if there are many teachers, we have to learn the background history of the religion. So in the Buddhist world, we learn few words, and even the others who don't know the Buddha's teaching, they know these few words for sure. I know is one word is the Buddha, the other one is Buddhism and Buddhist. These three words is very familiar and known by many, even in the non-Buddhist countries. So one of these words is the name of the teacher who founded this religion, and the other word is the name for the religion and also the followers. So the Buddha was the name of the founder of this religion. Some may say it is a religion, and some may say it's a philosophy and way of life. So many explanations. But as we intended these videos to be for the children to study Buddhism, we use the simple terms. We say the Buddhism. And so the teacher who founded this religion is called Buddha. We have to learn about him, where he was born, where he grew up, all these things we have to learn. it's good to know, this is like a lesson, so it's good to know about the life story of the Buddha. And Buddha was born in India 623 BCE, that is like 2600 years ago from now, and he was born into a royal family. But there's something special you have to remember, that Buddha was not born as the Buddha. He was named Siddhartha. The name that given to him by his parents was Siddhartha, not the Buddha. And his family name was Gautama, because as I mentioned earlier, he was born into a royal family. And his father was King Suddhodana, and the mother was Queen Mahamaya. The city is called, it was in the foothills of Himalaya mountain range, so that place is called Kapilavattu. So this is the basic thing you have to remember. You don't have to remember, maybe just to know. And in the next videos we can discuss on more about that. And the place where he was born, the country where he was born was India, and he was born into this royal family, and his father was was very happy about this his birth, and he was thinking that he will be the next the king and all that. So many things we have to discuss on next videos. And with that you have to remember especially that the Buddha was not born as a Buddha. He was born as a human, and when he became the Buddha, that was because he later practiced some meditation, and that gave him enlightenment. I try to put in simple terms for the children to understand. So that enlightenment make him the Buddha, and people start to call him the Buddha. So that's the beginning. That's the beginning of this religion. And he in the early life of the Buddha, he did not have many followers, but later he had many followers, and the Buddhism is spread to other countries. That's how we got Buddhism in Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country now, but the Buddha was not born in Sri Lanka. And there are so many Buddhist countries in the world, and they practice Buddha's teaching, but there can be different way of practice. If you search on Google, in fact I just search on Google to know the numbers, how many Buddhist followers are there in the world, and the answer was 500 million. So it's a big number, but in comparison to other religion it might be a small number. But in some countries they don't call them as Buddhist, but they study Buddha's teaching as a philosophy. In school they learn and they are interested, we know, but they don't call them as Buddhist. So this number can be vary, but if you search on Google and for the numbers, that's the answer you get. 500 million followers, that is like 7 to 8% of the total population. So that's the basic things you have to remember when you start learning Buddhism. And in other videos we will try to explain you about his life, and also his basic the teachings, and try to put into simple terms that easy for you to understand what was his teachings, that what make it different from other religions, and why is it special, and what is the goal, the final goal, that taught by the Buddha. All these things we will learn, and I hope you like these videos and understand the basics, and later you can learn more about Buddhism, and that this video will help you in that regard. So with that, I think I'm going to conclude the the first video, and hope to see you in the next videos, and happy learning, and sadhu for listening, and we'll see you in the next videos.